This podcast is presented by the Petite Victory Collective. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Modular Stories. In this podcast, I would like to create a platform for people to share themselves, their stories, their experiences, and their life lessons. My goal with this podcast is to inspire the listeners, spark their creativity, and to share these incredible people I get to talk to with the world. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, well, I'm Dilara. I'm from product design. I'm doing my second year right now, and I'm from Turkey. And yeah, I live here for a while, I guess, like until I graduate, and I will see what happens after that.
That's great. So you don't have a plan for after your studies yet?
I'm thinking, I don't think I'm going to be staying in the Netherlands. I will probably go to Italy or Spain, either one of them. That'd be great. And, eventually I want to go back to Turkey, but depending on how... Do you know the politics of Turkey right now?
The politics
Anything?
in Turkey?
The weird...
Yeah, I just know that with Erdogan, it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah, exactly. So, I need it to be solved first, and maybe I will see if I can go back. But yeah, for now, it looks like Italy or Spain.
But that's beautiful. And then continue with product design, or in which direction would you like to go?
I feel like product design is really broad, right? And I have been making bags lately, and I really like making bags, so I can just go into that direction. Whatever bags is. I guess fashion and product design at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, you can combine that. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But so, did you make bags before your study as well? Or was then the bag I actually saw at the exhibition of yours the first bag you ever did?
That was the first bag that I ever did.
Oh my God.
It was a spaghetti bag, I think. Yeah, it was made out of pasta dough.
Yes.
And I don't know where that came from, to be honest. It was just pasta dough, making a bag for sure. Why not? Yeah, it stinks, kind of.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah, I threw it away 2 months ago though. Because it was I was scared that I was gonna get bugs and stuff. That'd be
fair.
Yeah,
fair. No, you don't want that.
Yeah, and one of my friends actually told me that the shape actually looks like a piece of shit, which I agree with, to be honest. So I was like, okay.
But that's probably also not the smartest move, to make bags that just naturally dissolve and start smelling over time.
Definitely. I mean, it wasn't for using anyways. It was just it was the first week of school, and I was like, I need to make a bag. Let me just find a weird material.
But it was super sick.
Thank you. That was fun. But at that time, I was thinking of making car design. I had nothing to do with bags whatsoever.
Huh.
Yeah, and I was interested in fashion. I wasn't interested in even nice clothing, nothing, to be honest. And I don't know what happened.
But wait, sorry. Let me just put this bit away. Then you have more space. That is super cool. I mean, you're doing so much things, and you're doing product design, but you also work a lot with fashion designers, and you model for them, right?
Yeah, I do.
How's that?
That's so amazing. How it started was that there's this girl called Sophia. We're really close friends right now, and she asked me to model for her fashion design project, during the day, just in the hallway.
In the first year.
Yeah, I was like, that'd be great, because the funny thing is the day before that I was talking to my mom, and I was like, I wonder if someone's gonna ask me to be a model or something. That'd be great, imagine,
Yeah.
Because that was always something that I wanted to experience all my life. So I was like, yeah, sure. So she made this beautiful garment, but it was insanely pretty. I was so happy to be wearing it and everything, and throughout the whole process, I guess I became friends with her and her friends, and now we have a little group of people. It's so nice. I'm really grateful that we got to meet.
That's beautiful. How there was this red and yellow dress, right?
Yes, you remember that? Wow.
Yeah, I saw pictures everywhere.
That's great. Yeah, exactly. The colors were red. They were supposed to use red and yellow because they are the ugly colors, I guess. And they had to use them.
Okay,
as
fair.
a challenge.
Interesting. And how was that process? What do you do as a model? How does that work when you're actually getting designed a dress specifically for you?
Mm-hmm. So basically, first, for the first 2 weeks or something, she was calling me to get measurements, I guess, every day to make sure everything fits perfectly. And first they make a draft of the dress, so a cheaper material, and you put it on. It looks so nice. It's so great. And she does some extra measurements and stuff. And after that, you start actually wearing dress and seeing the dress and start overthinking about how are you gonna actually walk with it, because my first runway in my life, right? So
Sure.
I was like, okay, and it had a huge kind of wings from here, like a whole metal construction. It was
God.
crazy to actually have it on.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of so scared that something bad was gonna happen, but at the same time so exciting. Everything went great.
That's nice. Yeah, I remember I missed the fashion show last year because we had class during that time. So that was really unfortunate. But did you like also wear heels or?
I didn't wear anything.
Okay.
Because it was impossible. Like
I can imagine it's
the
sounds super hard.
Yeah, I mean, like I really enjoyed it. By the way, like it's hard, of course, but it's way. I learned that it's way harder than it looks on the screen or the Instagram or whatever. Like it always seems like you're just walking.
Yeah.
But it's not just walking, and it's so nice. I don't know.
But you also did it again this year, right? For the
for Lausanne.
Which year was that?
Also in the second year.
Ah, okay. What was
so from the same group?
What was that again?
What was that?
The topic?
I think they were what they were doing. The more business wear.
Ah, was it the Balenciaga?
Exactly, the B project.
Yeah. Nice.
So I'm not sure what it has to do with the Balenciaga thingy, but it was kind of like connected.
That was on the posters. That's the only thing I remember.
I also asked them. I couldn't really get an answer, but basically they were supposed to make a formal wear that's kind of in their style, if that makes sense.
Okay, fair.
But it really was like outrageous, obviously. Like you wouldn't wear that to the office. It was beautiful, like it was stunning. I felt so nice in the dress, and that was even more fun than the first year, of course, because now they were more experienced. Now I was more kind of experienced, so we had a lot of fun doing that. Yeah,
no, I can imagine. That sounds great. But now you're also like kind of a fashion designer yourself, as I heard, with your studies right now.
I guess I can't call myself a fashion designer, but I'm making bags, and I'm most interested in bags and shoes, actually.
Yeah.
So that's kind of going to that direction, which is fun. I really like the industry. The fashion industry is supposed to be really toxic. I mean, it is, of course, toxic, but I find myself dealing with that quite well, actually, so that'll be fine.
That sounds great. And how was that process making like shoes and bags?
Crazy.
I have no idea how to my hands are super awful. I cannot work anything with my hands, so I have no idea what the process is like. How do you come up with ideas for that? How do you start conceptualizing and actually producing the bag or the shoe or whatever?
So the way that I design is usually I don't really think about what I'm doing at the end at all. I just say, okay, we're gonna make like a footwear, not even a shoe, footwear, like something to put on the shoe. But so I make random sketches, not even looking like a shoe. Then like looking at the lines of the sketches, I try to make it into a shoe. And you know what I mean? Like random lines, kind of like curves and stuff. And I look at the lines and I see whatever I want to see in them, and I just draw it again. So
that is super crazy process. I love that. I watched a video recently of a guy that like always paints with that. He just like puts like paint on a canvas and sees what shapes he feels in that. And we were thinking of like in music class how to translate that into music, because like it's hard to do just shapes, but like how to do this process of like randomness in there, because I think that's also what you're doing, right? You draw random shapes and then see what comes out of that.
Yeah, exactly. And like 2 pages of, I guess, 9 or 12 like little lines, like groups of lines, then making it into whatever I want to make it into.
Interesting.
Thank you. And like after that then comes the materials, and like as you're making the materials there, like the first idea is never the end idea. I have never had that. It's usually like converts into something so different that you're like, how did I come here from there? And like working with materials, you get more ideas and blah, blah, blah. And somehow it turns out every time. But I don't know how, honestly. Like
you're just along for the ride and see what comes out of it.
Exactly. Like, but like literally though, I have no idea. Even right now, we have like 3 projects of actual making. I have no idea what's going on. Like nothing. And the teachers act like they understand it, but I don't think they would. Because like even I don't understand it, I'm just like, I tried this one this week, and they're like, oh, yeah, you did that, But at the end it turns out fine. So.
But that's nice that you have the like ability to trust yourself in that it's just like
that's
let's just see how it goes. And
honestly, that's something like something that I discovered. I think it would work for the most people, because when I look at my childhood drawings, like whatever I was drawing, I'm always like jealous of myself as a child, you know, because I'm like, she was doing so nice things that I could never do right now, like not in terms of talent, but in terms of the ideas that she was coming with it. And
I get that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the child self was way more creative than what I am right now. So that means that I should try to kind of work as a child, my child self. So that's why I'm doing the random things. And
that's such a beautiful thought, to be like, I just want to be like my inner child again and to channel that.
Yeah, I guess. And I miss it a lot. Like the person that you were 2 years ago, for example, you're not that person anymore, right? Like, of course you are really similar to that, you added to that person, but you will never find that person again. So I'm trying to find it as much as possible, basically. Basically like a different person that I'm kind of jealous of.
But that is so beautiful. I recently noticed that for myself, that I found myself in a weird spot in my life where I didn't really know what to do, like where to go. And then in that I realized that how I was as a child actually is like the reason why I am in this position right now. So I was like, it's still me. It's like little me that now shows me the way on how to hopefully go further in life. And I agree that childs in that are so pure in just being, and that it's super hard, but probably, at least for you, it's worth trying to get your inner child out again, and to just staying curious and open and anything.
Exactly. Especially we're in the university right now, so we have time to think about it.
That's true. Yeah, the experimenting part is, I think, very, very valuable to keep in mind, that you just do anything you want right now and see where it leads you. And that's good that you then are also open to what happens afterwards, that you just say maybe this, maybe that, but let's see how it goes. Let's just trust the process and trust baby Dilara and see where we end up together.
Exactly.
Nice.
Well, at first I was thinking of Italy. I'm still thinking of Italy, and I decided to learn Italian, because if I'm gonna learn there, live there,
fair,
then I should learn it, right?
Fair.
Now I'm thinking of Spain, and that means that I would have to learn Spanish too. Which because like they don't speak really English in Spain.
No. I mean, I was in Spain for 5 days when I was like 14.
Where?
Barcelona.
I was there 1 week ago.
Oh,
Beautiful
that's
place.
Awesome. It's beautiful. Yeah, we had a school exchange, and we were supposed, like, from Spanish class. So I was supposed to learn Spanish in that time, and like I was quite well in Spanish at the time, actually, but I was also with the guy in class that was like the best in Spanish, from our school at least. And we went into like a host family, and then we entered the house and talked with them in Spanish and said hi and stuff. And then the first thing we needed to do was like open our like baggage, because of course you don't want to put it in your cupboard.
Yes, yeah.
Sure. And but the police on the airport had closed it with like zip blocks. So we needed a scissor. For the longest time, I couldn't remember the word for scissor.
No.
And my friend also didn't know the word for scissor. We had Spanish for like 3 years at that point. We didn't know how to ask for scissor because we didn't know what it was. And that was the moment I actually bought for the trip a book, like a dictionary, but it's only pictures. So you just like open it, and then there's a picture of a scissor, and then you say, "This, please."
Oh, that's great.
And this is what I did. And I think that was the last time on that trip I spoke Spanish. The rest of the 4 days, I either spoke English, and if they didn't understand me, I just had my great dictionary to just like say whatever I wanted.
That's so funny, actually. Oh my god! But that means that you didn't practice your Spanish.
No, and I'm sorry for my teachers if they listen to this, but I cannot speak a word of Spanish anymore.
You don't learn languages in school.
It's
I really
horrible.
don't believe that. Like.
I had before I studied here, I lived in Bonn in Germany, and we had like a student party. It was super fun. I met this girl. She was super great. She was Spanish, and then she's like, I told her that I had Spanish in school, so we started talking Spanish, and then she asked me how old I was, And because I only remembered the time I was in school, so I said tengo 14 años, which means I'm 14. Which was not the greatest thing to say at the student party because she didn't talk to me anymore. And
be beautiful.
So that's why I also gave up on Spanish just completely now, because it just...
I think you're traumatized.
Yeah, I just couldn't anymore. Next time I'll just bring my dictionary again, and then just I say like point to the numbers and things.
Yeah.
I'm this old, which probably also makes me seem 14. But
Oh my god.
if you want to go to Spain or Italy, get that book. That's so amazing.
That'd be very funny, actually. That'd be fun. No,
Yeah,
I was trying to like communicate. This is I don't think it was. He was disrespected by it. Okay, there was this like really cute, nice, like opera. What is that opera in English? You said you lived in Germany. Opa.
German opera.
Yeah.
Like a opera.
No.
The grandpa.
The grandpa. There was a grandpa, and he was kind of trying to talk Spanish to me, and I was kind of answering in Italian. But we were getting along, you know, like it was happening. So I like that means that you can kind of communicate if you want.
The languages are quite similar. I feel like it's.
Yeah, they are.
I think you can. If you try hard to learn Italian, then in Spain you will also come quite far.
Exactly.
Maybe not in Barcelona, because like that's part of.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I forgot the name.
Catalania.
Yes, Catalan.
Yes, so they speak a bit of different Spanish, but.
Yeah, it's not Catalanian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was even worse than Spanish. I mean, you just don't understand the language, and they don't understand it even further. What did you do in Barcelona last week?
We were with the fashion friends that I was talking about.
Okay.
Fashion group of friends.
Just
So,
like vacation.
just vacation.
Oh, that's it.
For
What did you
fun.
do?
That was great. One, we partied, the best clubbing experience ever.
Okay.
And I also lived in Germany. I'm saying the best is Spain, like in my opinion.
Germany sucks.
Oh, come on. Okay. And what else? We saw all of the museums, all of the design thingies, like everything, like all of the fashion thingies. Sorry, Mike. All of the fashion thingies.
You don't kick it. It will hurt.
The
the mic.
people.
Oh yeah, fair. I only thought about the mic, but it also hurt the people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gonna.
I can edit. I can try to edit that out. No worries.
Okay. And what else? Like we basically just saw around. It was beautiful. I felt so like
Barcelona
home.
is incredible.
Beautiful. Like I
Yeah.
felt like I literally felt like I could just live there. I didn't
Yeah.
feel like a tourist that much, you know.
True, I get that.
It was
Yes.
so nice, and it was so similar. Like the culture and people and buildings and everything, I guess, was really similar to Turkey, which was so. I don't know. I didn't want to leave.
Aww.
Yeah.
And now back to the rainy Netherlands.
I don't want to diss it, but it's really hard sometimes.
Yeah, the weather is just not great. I mean, I still live in Germany, like right across the border, and we have such nice weather there. And then you just come here, and then there's
Really?
yes, because in Germany you have these things called mountains that they didn't invent here yet. So you just have not that much wind, and it's just warmer and nicer, and everything is better because of mountains.
Yes.
And here you just I went to Amsterdam like a few weeks ago, and I talked to a friend of mine. I was like, okay, I'm going to text you every time I see a mountain. She didn't hear from me. There was just no mountain all the way to Amsterdam, like all
Arnhem
across.
is the most, I guess, hilly, like mountainy city.
Yeah, it only gets worse in the Netherlands, but it's not great already.
We went with my Dutch friend to Germany, to Cologne, and we saw a mountain, and I was like, look,
There's a mountain.
your first time seeing a mountain.
But the mountains around Cologne are super beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
They're super nice.
super pretty.
Bergisch
Yeah.
Gladbach.
But I never thought about the mountains. That actually also explains that the winter is warmer in Germany. I was thinking like, why? Now,
Yeah, just
I feel stupid.
the weather is a bit more controlled because of it. Because like everything, the rain, the clouds just get more shifted around.
Yeah.
There's like height differences, and you
Yeah.
also have more. I'm not a weather expert. This is like really awful half knowledge, but I think also with like the height differences, you get a lot of temperature differences, and through that, more extreme weather.
Aha. Honestly, that makes sense.
Maybe
Yes.
I'm completely bullshitting right now.
Maybe we should just
But
study
I-
that. and
yes.
learn.
Yeah. No, but I'm glad you like Barcelona. How did you like Cologne then, compared to that?
But okay, like come on. I
I'm completely honest. I don't like Cologne. I think it's very ugly.
Okay.
Have you been to Bonn?
The thing is, what?
Have you been to Bonn?
I did, but I think it was just for like 2 hours or something for train. Going to
okay.
train. Cologne. I prefer Berlin.
Okay, fair. Yes.
Yeah.
No, true.
That was like Berlin is more warm. Not like actually warm. Maybe it's actually warm. I don't know, but like more warmer in the
People.
feeling of the. Yeah, that's also like everything basically. I don't. Cologne was not really my thing, but I can see a lot of people loving it. Actually, I'm just being really politic here, by the way. I'm just.
Well, I see your opinion, and I think
respect it, but
every city has its own beauty that we have to respect.
Yes.
No, I lived in Bonn for a year, so I have to be against Cologne, just because of that, because it's like really villainish. But yeah, Berlin is also super pretty.
Have you been to Aachen?
Aachen? No.
No?
Actually not.
That's cool. For example.
Okay.
You can
I'll check that out.
It's a student city, so not a lot of fun things are going on, but not really. Like very small city.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's also fun.
How did you? Sorry, completely change of topic. But I was also wondering, how did you start then designing? What made you go into design? Was it also just little Dilara telling you from like 2 years onwards you were always just drawing and designing, or how did you choose this as a study? Was it also just letting go, or?
I can tell you about my career paths from the age of 5, maybe. So first...
Small career, yes, from 5, yeah.
Yeah, so I was at first being a singer, for sure. And I went into the choirs, and my family was super respectful about it. And I was like, actually, there was this like choir in Turkey that's like the biggest choir in Turkey, basically. I was there. I was even the solo there, which was really fun.
Amazing.
Yeah, then there was just like Any Musical. Do you know Any Musical? It's a Broadway musical.
No.
It's okay. It's a Broadway musical. They came to like we had one in Turkey, like a big one, and on the scene, I guess, like I was there. I was also like doing the actor and everything. On there, I felt like really. I felt like I really didn't belong there, but I was at that time, I guess, like already 16 or something. I felt like, you know, I shouldn't be doing this actually. Maybe like music is not for me. But at that moment on the thingy, you know, so I just quit that. And I was always drawing and stuff. So my mom was like, maybe you can do something with drawing. But I was like, I don't want to be an artist, like actual artist, you know. So I was fixing architecture. Makes a lot of sense. You're making houses, also physics. I really like maths and stuff. Everything was like combining perfectly fine. Then I was like, fashion design. We could do fashion design. And I was like, maybe I don't want to do garments though. So I'm like, I'm gonna be a fashion designer, but I don't like clothing actually.
Helps.
Yeah, so I was like, well, you know what? I really like making. I would like to do make a glass and a car maybe at the same time. A car with a glass, whatever.
Cars have glass in them, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, right? Yeah. So like, I meant the glasses for my
Fair.
So I was like, how can I make cars? Then it was like industrial design, and I decided to do that in Italy. I didn't get into school. It was really sad, unfortunately. So I was like, done product design. Then I'm here. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was like my second plan. I never thought that I was gonna come to the Netherlands. Actually, it was like a huge, whole new thing for me that happened in the last 2 months before coming, I guess.
So it was quite a quick decision then to...
It had to be. I was so sure that I was going to Italy. Everything was like fine, you know. I was going to go to Milan. I was so sure about it. It was just like a test. You know, there was no drawing or no interview, nothing. Like Italian culture. And like, yeah, the test had Italian culture. And the test was in Italian. And
that doesn't help.
Yeah, right? So I studied all of it the whole year, by the way, and I was like so confident about it, but didn't manage to fight with the Italians, I guess, to go into the Italian school.
So you actually learned Italian to do this course then? Or like,
I
had to because the course was in Italian.
I wanted to live in Italy, but yeah, also that, like, at the same time, I guess.
That's impressive.
No, it's fun. I really like learning languages. It's really, really nice.
So how many languages can you speak?
Right now, 4. I'm thinking 5. My goal is to 7, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Sure. Because everybody speaks 7 languages.
No, I mean, wait.
Sure.
I mean, of course, because like 7 is a nice number. Let's be honest. Isn't it a nice number? Like 2 and 7, I find them to be great.
Yes, of course. It's my favorite number.
Okay. So, 7. Like the rest of the 3, I'm still debating. It's gonna be Spanish probably. It's one of the Slavic languages, because that's very new, you know. And maybe Korean. Maybe.
So what do you know so far? What are the current...
Absolutely nothing. I just like watch 2 animes or something.
No, but what 4 languages do you know already?
German, Italian, English, and Turkish.
Okay. Yes. Why German?
I lived there.
Where? In Aachen or Berlin?
No, it was like a... Do you know Munich?
München.
Oh my god.
Munich.
Müritz, I meant. Müritz. It's a small village type of thingy. Like a townish. It's near Berlin.
Ah.
Yeah.
So, and what did you do there?
It was like an exchange program, just like yours. So I was there for a year with a German family.
So you had then German in school?
Yes.
In Turkey?
Yeah, in school, exactly. German school. Yeah. Then I practiced it more in Germany, of course, because I wasn't speaking English to anyone at all. Just only the American girl I was speaking English to her. But other than that, mostly German, so that was great.
Great, yeah. I mean, then of course also Müritz is the place to go if you go to Germany somewhere. Why not Müritz?
That was quite random. I know, like I really wanted to go to a big city, but you don't know. It's like a exchange program called YFU, and they put you to the small towns so that you can't speak English even if you wanted to.
How nice of them.
Because like if I went to Berlin, I would speak English.
Fair.
Obviously, like
Yeah.
so that made sense. Even my brother is in Berlin and he speaks German perfectly well. You know, he's like studied there, he lives there, he has a job there, like office job. You know, actually talking. He still talks English to the waitresses because waitresses talk English to him.
Yeah.
It's like super English place.
No, that you cannot do in Müritz. That
Yeah.
just doesn't work. People in Germany don't know English.
In that place they didn't, yeah.
Yeah, no. It's also, I think it's quite general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we just don't have any contact points, much at least, to, like, here all the movies are in English, which is amazing.
Yeah.
In Germany, they're all dubbed
Yeah.
to German. So you don't have any contact points with English unless you decide so. Or, like, in school, but, like, privately, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. You have to like actually want to learn English. Yeah. Also, I feel like it's a thing that the Dutch people speak the most English in the world, right? After like USA and Canada and and England,
Yeah, fair. No, but like in percentage, I would say so. Yeah, it's incredible. Everybody speaks English, and it makes it really easy to do that. Yeah. I was wondering how that is for somebody that speaks not like. If you're from Turkey, then you speak Turkish and English, but then Dutch is quite far. But if you also speak German, then probably Dutch is also not hard for you to understand, right?
Understanding part is great. Like if you want to actually focus on the conversation, of course.
Of course.
You know, but I can kind of understand what they're talking about, but no talking. My classmates are trying to teach me, which is fun. But
so then that would be 5.
Yeah, I guess. But I'm gonna leave in 2 years, so I don't see why I would actually learn the language.
That's also my argument. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, of course,
English works.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. You don't need it. Yes.
Yeah, and like if I was thinking of living here after studying, that it would be like 1, respectful, 2 convenient to learn Dutch. But I'm leaving soon, so why would I? mean, I can like. Give my time to more convenient things, I guess.
Learning Italian or Spanish.
fun. You can talk it anywhere, like a lot of places, I guess.
True. Yeah. Yeah. I never did that still in school. I don't know why. Like
You didn't do what?
like we didn't talk Spanish anywhere. We sang Spanish songs.
Uh-huh.
That was horrible. But other than that, I also never used Spanish. Yeah.
How did you learn English?
I did it in like we had it in school, and we have it in Germany. We have it from the 6th grade, or no, even the 4th grade, I think. And so I had it for 9 years in school.
Damn. Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah, we have like 13 years of school in Germany again. It's
True.
a lot. And
If you do the gymnasium.
yes, of course, that's true. And then I also was very interested in American culture. I like American football and basketball. I also played basketball for 8 years when I was little, because back then I wasn't little compared to the other little ones. But then everybody just continued to grow and I stopped. That was very unfortunate. Also for playing basketball, because I just like everybody went taller. But it was super fun, and I also visited the US a few times when I was little. I did like a family trip with my parents when I was 12. And then I did a 2-week exchange privately, because a relative of a friend of mine lives in Boston. And so we lived there for 2 weeks.
Cool.
And it was interesting because the relative is also like he's German.
Yeah.
So we could also speak German to him, and spoke German to each other, but we had to speak English there. And I think that helped me a ton to like actually just speak the language the whole day.
Yeah.
And to talk to people. And
it's kind of like spawns in your head. Then.
Yeah, and then from then on, I also started watching movies in English, because before I watched in German, but then I just wanted to get like the actors emotions, and that just felt so much better in English. So I started also doing that, and then you just get so much exposure to the language.
Yeah. I feel like most people don't really learn it in school.
Really?
Yeah. Like for me, for example, I was going to a German school, of course, but
in Turkey.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like a concept of, what is it? Like we have one German school where everybody's German, then three French schools where everybody's French, and blah blah blah. You just kind of like, as a Turkish person, you go in. It's a whole story.
Interesting.
It is. It's very helpful. But like we're also learning English as a second language, I guess. Never in school at all. I was watching Minecraft videos on YouTube. This girl called Stacy Plays, and she had a beautiful English. I'm watching the videos, right? Then I downloaded Minecraft. Then I started acting like as if I was a YouTuber.
Aww.
And I was talking English in Minecraft. And like, I'm telling you, this is literally how I learned. I didn't even mean to learn, it just happened. It was so funny. And like in 2 years or something, I guess like even a year, I was just talking English just like that, just spawned. Out of nowhere. It was so fun.
Very impressive. But that's a fun way to learn English.
Yeah, definitely. Just playing Minecraft.
Just playing Minecraft. I miss the times just playing Minecraft.
I know, me too. Did you go to the what was that? Hunger Games and stuff?
Yes. Oh, that was amazing. But I think my favorite, I loved Sky Wars.
Sky Wars, exactly.
That was the best.
Yes, I love that one. When you're with friends also.
Yes.
That
was so much fun. But also like I spent so much time just in my room, like playing on my own and building houses and stuff. Just like listening to music and building houses and just.
It's a dream world.
It's so great. But you're now doing it more than me. You're just still doing things and building things, right?
Oh, wow.
Would you say designing there is a bit similar to Minecraft? Or
yeah, definitely. Right now we're making a fritkot, for example, and it's I probably said it wrong. The potato shop thingies in festivals. Like in the festival, we're supposed to design that, and that's an actual building now.
Oh, so you're designing buildings now?
Yeah, and it feels like Minecraft when I'm like putting on the little materials, put the little stuck in them all, and it becomes something.
So then you're building a model of it, or how does that work?
Like a 1 to 10 model.
Okay.
Basically, so at the end it's going to be this big. Something like that.
Okay, interesting. And what is your approach for that? What is your concept behind your fries, whatever.
Do you know Düsseldorf? Of course you do. Do you know the SkyTrain in Düsseldorf airport?
No.
You don't?
No.
Really?
think so.
Sorry. I thought that all of the Germans knew that. Okay. It's like basically a train, but it's in the sky, and instead of instead of touching the ground, it goes from the cables on the sky. You know.
So also like they have it in London where you cross the river with these little gondolas.
Oh, I guess yeah. Also in the ski places and stuff. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a train.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that,
Yes.
but a train version. And I was thinking maybe I can make a fried cut like that, or the potato shop like that, and it could be unlimited potatoes on the middle. And as you're like looking around, you're just eating unlimited potatoes.
So like a bit like a giant sushi bar for fries.
Yeah, but you're flying.
Sure.
Why not? I mean,
I like your creativity. That's great.
thank you. That's the one I'm working on right now, but we'll see how it goes.
And also a shoe. And
yeah,
you're also
the shoe.
modeling.
Yeah.
And learning languages.
Yeah.
What
that's
else?
My favorite. I'm doing horse riding. Tuk, tuk, tuk, tuk.
Sure.
Also going to the gym, which has been great. I want to start self-defense
Okay.
lessons, because even though like this is the most secure place, probably like very secure place, the Netherlands, I still feel really unsafe because I have like this like weird neighbor, and like everything was, I don't know, like I felt like what could I do, like if anything happens, what can I do? I couldn't even run, you know, because I was so I had no condition, nothing. I could run for like maximum 5 minutes. Like if someone chases me, what do I do? So that's kind of why I'm trying to push myself to be more like better physically, you know, like more stronger physically. Yeah. So I want to start self-defense. In the case of anything happens, I would like to just like throw someone away. That'd be great. Imagine, like.
No, I agree. I think it's quite important. My mom did also a course in that, and just learning how to defend yourself or ask for help, or if somebody attacks you like that, what do you do? And I feel like these things are so crucial in a way, but we just don't
never talk about it.
No,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it could happen to anyone, anytime, yes. And I have no idea what to do about it. I could only run away. But like, I don't know. Like we don't even learn it in school. It's really crazy, actually.
That's fair. Yeah. When I was in the US, they have this for animals. Like in the national parks, they have like defense advice against like, if a bear comes, do this. If a cougar comes, do this. If a puma comes, do this. And I don't remember on what animal, but they had like 3 or 4 advices on like, get on the ground, scream, whatever, punch their eyes. And then the last advice was, I remember vividly, it was so funny and amazing. The last advice was, in case of attack, fight back aggressively.
Beautiful.
And I was like,
stunning.
Sure. Otherwise, I'll just stand like this and wait for the attack to happen. Like, what kind of advice is that? And how is that supposed to help me to like...
That's very helpful.
I'm not supposed to fight back aggressively, of course.
Thank you.
Now I know everything.
Yeah. But exactly, like, those kind of stuff are so important. We don't know anything about it. It's crazy. It's really crazy. No, it's really, and especially if you feel unsafe, you should do something about it. That's not the feeling you are supposed to have. Are you living alone then? Or? Yeah, exactly. Which is like the hardest part. I mean, like, of course, I have my friends in the building and everything. Like, I'm not completely alone, but I also don't have a family with me. Yeah, of course. So, like, at family house, I even leave the windows open without even thinking about it. And like the neighborhood that I used to live in Turkey was a protected neighborhood, so no one could really actually do anything, you know, like camera, security, everything. And now it's like, I feel like anyone can just come into my house. They just have to try. If they want to, they can do it. Yeah. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. I don't know. Yes. Yeah, I think there's like so many different concepts about that. I know also from Germany, we're quite like secure, trying to be secure. So if you leave your house, you lock your doors, you check if every window is closed. If you leave for like vacation, you also close your blinds so that nobody can enter. When I was in Boston, they didn't actually even lock the door. Like, they didn't even take keys. Every door is just open there. What? Because
And I kind of get their argumentation because they just say if somebody wants to get in, they will anyway.
True.
If the door is locked or not. And I thought about it and I was like,
That's true.
that's true. It totally makes sense, but I would feel like horrible.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was there. I was like always getting up early because I wanted to like get something from the day. So my friend was always sleeping in, but I was like up making breakfast and things. I remember I talked with my girlfriend at the time, and then somebody just like entered the house, and like I was like, I think I have to call you back. Like somebody just came into the house. I don't know what I'm supposed to. I just heard the door open, and so I like hung up and like ran there, and then it was just like the cleaning lady that just came in because the door is open. And there's like so many concepts around like how to approach like this safety and things, and I also don't know what's best, but I think learning self-defense cannot hurt.
Yeah, definitely. So like it's also more to be more confident by myself, I guess. You know?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna sign up with my 2 friends. So.
Oh, that's also cool then doing it together.
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be nicer. I'm also like planning to go to a new country all by myself, which is kind of risky, but also very free. So you don't have to really think about what other people think about what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but to be able to do that, of course.
So for vacation or to like live there, to do some work and
Vacation.
travel, or
No, vacation. Yeah.
do you
I
have
like
some
vacation.
candidates?
Oh, okay. Like I want to go to Portuguese.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. We had one person from there. It's kind of exotic to me. Like exotic, I mean like kind of far away from me because we never talk about it in Turkey, like Portuguese ever. So I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my second contestant is Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 different, yeah.
No, but that's super cool.
I want to go somewhere it's completely new. Like explore everything
Yeah.
by myself.
Why?
That'd be great. I don't know. Like one, when you're in another country, you can't do anything for yourself even if you wanted to. You know, like anything about school, anything about your responsibility, nothing. You can't do anything. And I want to have one place just for myself, kind of. You know? That
Okay.
Only I know.
That is super interesting. That is super cool, actually.
I have a weird way of thinking, but I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, that's
No, I think it totally makes sense to like just have something just for yourself and to experience it fully by yourself, so you don't have to care about anybody else or about like how they feel about it or whatever. But you can just do anything you want and have like complete independency and freedom.
Exactly. And like what I love to do is that I go to a city and I don't look at any maps, nothing. I just go as far as I can. You know, it's as long as it doesn't look sketchy or anything. Then when I want to go back home, I look at Google Maps and I find the way home. And that's like the best way to explore something like ever. But if I have someone with me, then they're gonna say, maybe we should go that way, maybe we should go this way. And like, of course we will go that way, but I would rather not. So I want to go alone for once.
Interesting, yeah. If I want to do that, what would happen was I would just go like in one square and just like get lost and just like I was here, and just I'm so bad with orientation, so that I would just get completely lost in the city. But I get what you mean.
But that's the fun part.
Fair.
You don't know where you're going.
Have you done that before?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
It was like the first time I went to Arnhem. I was from the train station. I went to the direction to my house, which I didn't really know where it was going because at the time I had no idea. And I was seeing the shops, and at some point there was like the small church. I don't know the place's name, but I was going there, then blah blah blah, like cute little parks and gardens that I didn't see again, by the way. I don't know how I found them, but I never saw them again. Like weird places and blah blah blah, and it was getting dark, so I decided to go back home. So that's how I felt more home in the city.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, this is
And then you just walk around and look and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Why
not?
No. Don't get me wrong. I love your attitude. It's something I could never do. Like when I went to Barcelona, I had like an extensive plan of everything I wanted to see and made like timetables of if I go there, then I can do this then, and then the best route is to do that. And we went to Scotland from school, and I was actually getting super annoyed by my friends because they ruined my plan because I wanted to do something and I had exactly planned. And then I think it was also just to tease me, but I had like, we were at the dungeon in Edinburgh. And then we wanted to go to a location where they filmed in Avengers, which was like the next street. And
That's fun.
that makes sense because it's like one street away. You're right there, do it. But they wanted to go to this shopping center just for being there. And I was like, but let's go there first because then we can just go there. So I have to be like super organized. And I don't know. I would feel very uncomfortable if I did it like you, but I really appreciate that you can just do that. And I feel like you're doing that in everything in your life, that you're just like... Exploring.
Yeah, I feel like the best way to find something nice is to explore. So.
What was the nicest thing you found while exploring yet?
Arnhem? Or
No, in general.
Okay,
Arnhem?
in Arnhem.
I was seriously asking if there's something nice in Arnhem.
The first time I came here, I was so positive about it. I was like, beautiful place, yeah, perfect. Like every single person that I talked to was like, you're gonna not like it in 2 months. Give it 2 months. I was like, sure. And yeah, they were right, kind of.
Aww.
Yeah, it's really sad. I really want to like it here. There are really nice things to like about here. I just can't. It's really sad. Yeah, I don't manage to figure it out how I will actually start liking the place.
That's fair. But then other places, something actually enjoyable that you found.
Let me think about it, actually. In Istanbul. There's... I live there, of course, but have you been to Istanbul?
I don't think so.
No. It's a huge city, so one of the biggest cities in the world, meaning that even if you live there are a lot of places that you have never been to.
Yeah.
So I went to this İstiklal Caddesi place. It's a street. You always go there, but you never go outside the little streets. So I decided to go in one of those little streets, and I was going, and I came across this beautiful, stunning church that I have never seen before and nobody talks about, and it had a beautiful garden. And I was so happy there. And I just thought that was a beautiful, beautiful exploration because I didn't hear it from like anybody else. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind. It was beautiful. Then I went like again and again to explore it more, I guess. Yeah, that's the first thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I can remember anything that I did actually explore without planning.
You can try to do that.
It's gonna be hard. I want to try it. I don't know where.
Yeah.
But I also maybe then I shouldn't plan that. But I have
Exactly.
to just go to the airport and book the next train flight. Yes, and see where you end up.
Yes, the Düsseldorf airport is a beautiful place, by the way.
Which one?
The Düsseldorf airport. Düsseldorf. I don't know how to say it in German.
No, you said it right. I'm stupid.
No, we're not.
Because I thought you were still talking about Istanbul, so I was looking for a Turkish word, and then I didn't understand Düsseldorf in that.
Okay, Düsseldorf is a city in Germany, right?
Thank you, yes.
Yeah.
Now I know.
And it has an airport, thank God. And I explored that place for 8 hours.
Yeah, you were stuck there, right?
Yes.
When you came back, I saw your message in the group chat.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's so nice that you actually. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was kind of stuck because I couldn't. My flight was at like 7 or 6 or something, and I had to take the last train, which was about at 9. Yeah, around that. So I had to look around there and not sleep, of course, because that's kind of dangerous. And explore the whole airport. You would never think that it's so nice places in the airport, ever.
Yeah, airports are really interesting places. Yeah. It's like, I don't know why, but there's nothing like an airport.
Yeah.
There's like the feeling of the people there and like, I don't know what it is even. There's something special about airports.
Yeah, I agree. And you can do whatever you want. Nobody really judges you.
Fair.
You know, like you can do day drinking in the airport. They would just think that.
Okay, but that is also a German thing. You can do day drinking everywhere. There, nobody judges you. So that's on you.
Okay, that's true.
You just have to do the day drinking. That was actually when we were here the first time for our entrance exam. We bought when we passed, we bought beers and wanted to celebrate. And then a friend of mine actually realized that it was illegal to drink beers outside here during the day. Apparently.
What?
Yeah. Maybe
but during the night, is that okay?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because we just sat there and had beers, and then suddenly he said, "Well, I don't think this is allowed." And then we googled it, and apparently it wasn't.
What?
So public day drinking is apparently not.
What? That's crazy.
I mean, probably nobody gives a shit, but technically not that common. Whereas in Germany, you just
drink a beer, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we have the saying "kein Bier vor vier."
Mm-hmm.
So technically, you should no beer. Kein Bier vor vier. So no drinking before 4 o'clock.
Ah.
Yeah, but then you go to a lunch and then people ask you what you want to drink, and then a lot of people take beer. So
yeah,
apparently it works. I don't know.
Beer doesn't really count as alcohol. Let's be honest.
Okay, sure.
Or maybe I'm too alcoholic. I don't know. I know beer is more kind of
happens.
Yeah, you don't really think about it.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Not really alcohol, I guess. I don't know. But yeah.
I mean, if you drink enough beer, that also is alcohol.
Right. True. Yeah.
I have one last question for you if you want to. I'm always asking my guests this, and it's always very interesting to hear the thoughts about it. I read a book once about a theory called museum lives, in which after you die, you have this place that you go to that is your museum, and in that museum it accurately depicts how you spend your time in your life.
Wow.
So everything you do is displayed in percentage of how much hours, days, weeks, months of your life you spend on that. So if you sleep for 8 hours a day, as you should, hopefully, technically, officially, 1/3 of that museum is filled with sleeping, but it depicts that accurately. And so it's supposed to kind of show you how you spend your time, and if there's something you would like to have in your museum that you maybe then should spend more time on, or if you have something that is already just you spend your time perfectly and everything you want in your museum is depicted because you spend all your time on that.
I guess something something that I want to spend more time on, right?
Yeah, what you spend more time on, or if you have something that you would really love to have in there that is not, or something that you have spent a lot of time on but actually don't want to, whatever comes to your mind. You also don't have to answer at all if it's too private.
No, it's not. No, I'm just thinking. What there are a lot of things that I haven't done. I'm just thinking. It just nothing comes. Huh? Honestly, I want to see more places, man.
Fair. Just travel, sure.
More countries, more people.
Africa, Portugal.
Everywhere, yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I'm really interested in people.
People are at places.
It is.
Thank you. I figured out the world.
Exactly.
You want to meet people, go to places.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Just getting to know more people, learning about who they are, their stories.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know. Every new person that you meet is a whole new adventure, kind of. It doesn't have to be that you have to see them again or anything. It just adds something to you, and gives you more. I don't want to call it wisdom, but a more understanding on the other people that you're gonna meet, I guess. The more people you know, the more you can understand new people, right?
Sure.
And that's really convenient.
That's
when you
beautiful.
Understand people.
That's super beautiful, yeah.
Very interesting. People are interesting.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's also why I'm doing this, to meet new people or to learn people, get to know people on a deeper level that I knew before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Exactly.
You learn so much. I learned so much from people.
Really?
Also from
That's
you.
so nice. Yeah, thank you.
I wanna explore more. Scary. but I want to try.
Oh, why not? I feel like most people would be happy to do a little podcast because like when you think about it, you make them feel more special because like they're doing the podcast, and also you give them a space to talk about what they want to talk about, right? Like of course like it's also like a friendly thingy, but also more specialized, I guess. I don't know, I feel like most people would like to do that.
Thank you, yeah.
No
And thank you for doing this. It was super fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you for